The Trump administration waging a war against jurisdictions that provide sanctuary to illegal immigrants. Now they've released some statistics to support that concern. More than 100 suspected members of MS-13 and other gangs were released in sanctuary cities and areas generally last year, and that came despite requests from the federal government that they be held. This is a breakdown by state. Two-thirds of those releases occurred in California. President Trump said on Twitter today, California's dangerous policies of releasing violent criminals puts all Americans at risk. He also thanked San Diego County for backing the administration's lawsuit against the state. Kimberly, what do you make of it, my California friend?
California, I know. We seem to always go back and forth here on this. Yeah, it's really gotten to be pretty accelerated and out of control in California. And, you know, I remember the good old days when I was back there, when I was First Lady in San Francisco. It's like it was just much more sane at the time. But now you have such a big, aggressive push. You have backlash from certain counties. They're saying, wait a second, don't lump us all into this. We want to follow the law. We want to uphold the law. We want fairness. And we're actually seeking justice, not injustice. We want people to come into this country legally. We welcome with open arms, okay? And that's how it should be. When you see the law broken and people coming in and essentially back and forth revolving doors, that's not helping the illegal immigrants coming in, their families, the children, the people get separated. It's not helping the local law enforcement and ordinances and the border. It's just fraught with complications and problems. And this is an issue that President Trump is not going to give up on, but it also seems that, you know, Governor Brown is digging in, Lieutenant Governor Newsom digging in, and this is really becoming a very large political issue for the upcoming gubernatorial election.
Okay, so Jesse, help me out here just for a second so the audience understands what's at stake. The sanctuary cities legislation says basically if you have your average illegal immigrant in jail, they get out of jail, the city or the state has no obligation to notify the feds. But if it's a violent criminal, they will let you know. And then, of course, if there's a detainer or a warrant, they definitely are obligated to let you know.
If it's a felony beef that they're holding them on, it gives the locals discretion to contact the feds. It doesn't mandate it, but there's also other elements. So if you pull over a guy for running a red light, he's got tattoos all over his face, no ID, can't speak English, you can't even ask him about his citizenship. And they restrict ICE access to prisons, and you can't hold an illegal immigrant longer than you would otherwise while you wait for the feds to slap the detainer.
So what does the president want?
So the president wants these sanctuary cities defunded, and he wants ICE...
that they would, even with someone who wasn't criminal or a violent criminal, that they would hold them and tell the feds, come get him.
I think they prioritize it if it's someone that's not here in this country illegally and it's just like a small thing, maybe shoplifting or something tiny. Obviously, the feds are going to prioritize it because they're busy. But if someone punches you in the face, steals a car, is selling narcotics, something big, then the president wants ICE to be able to go in there and get those guys and then ship them out. Bad hombres.
So, Kennedy, what the numbers show coming from the president, the White House today, is we have 37 jurisdictions that have been engaging in this kind of behavior. Obviously, California, two-thirds of these numbers. But, you know, states like Washington State also involved, all over the country. What do you think?
If that's how the states want to play it, that's fine. And if they want to operate independently, I don't have a problem with that. I also think, you know, I happen to have a very high opinion of most immigrants who come to this country because most of them don't commit crimes and they work very hard. And I hate to see them lumped in with members of MS-13. The problem is if you're letting bad people go and enter into society and hurt people, they get really good at not getting arrested and continuing to commit crimes, and that's not okay. And you end up having a disingenuous conversation about immigration and about crime. And unfortunately, immigrants get tarred as all being really bad people who want to hurt you and take your stuff. And by and large, that is just vastly not the case. And I also don't like that. I love California, like Kimberly. I love it. It's a great state, and I hate to see it torn apart. I hate to see the state turned into you're either on our team or you're not. You're us or them. You're for us or against us. And that means that we have bad immigration policy from the top that is is too confusing for states and counties.
It's very polarizing. You make a great point. And the problem is that you see this injustice because there's so many hardworking men and women and children that grow up then in this country from fantastic immigrant backgrounds like my family's and contribute to society and want to do it the right way. So it's unfair when we have to stigmatize it, but this is just the lawlessness cannot be ignored when you see people like MS-13 who I had to prosecute, you know, when I was a DA in San Francisco and Los Angeles. I mean, the horrific crimes that are committed, they should not be allowed to come in and re-enter again.
Right.
Public safety issue.
Tyrus, I don't think he was talking about you with the tattoos.
I got tattoos, but, you know, I was born in Massachusetts, so I'm good. But I grew up in California, and I don't see the upside of the argument. Like, I always try to look at things down the middle. Right. And if you're here illegally, you're already breaking the law. Right. And if you do something violent, you should be held up. You should be held up. If you rob, you steal, you do things. If it was a normal American citizen and he had a warrant in a different place, they're going to hold him.
Right.
So I think it's only fair. And the worst thing is they're encouraging they're encouraging gang members to bring more guys over because the worst thing will happen is you'll do something and then they'll let you go and you come back.
They know California.
They know the laws better
like
than the people who are arresting them. Best believe that. This isn't dumb. These aren't dumb. Don't ever think that these gangs are dumb. They're not. They know the system better than the system. So they'll just keep coming as long as there's not a deterrent. If there's a deterrent, they'll stop.
I think what you said is true. I just worry that we are demonizing people who are hardworking
and it's not fair.
immigrants.
It's not fair for someone who came here the right way. And, yeah.
Okay.